relate to everything no more. After a certain point, you just can't relate. You can't relate to everything no more. Still, the same bullshit. Drinking the same bullshit. Smoking good gas. Still. Double my time, self coast. Not much to boast. Not much of my knowledge. My knowledge to boast. My knowledge to boast. My knowledge to boast. I want the na-na-na. I want the whole shit. I want the most. I want the ocean. I want the boast.
We really believe in the idea of liberation, but under that falls economic independence, building generational wealth, and also just creating and supporting businesses and entities that represent us as a community.
You don't want people to forget what was here. That's what I love about building Black Bed-Stuy. Like, we are coming together to make sure that this Black institute in this Black neighborhood needs to stay. Needs to stay.
Absolutely. But also because these are the things that we need to be doing more of, you know? We need to look at what the deficit is and build off of that.
I just think that sometimes we kind of have to take the matters into our own hands and start our own and build from scratch to build community.
Anytime I think of the idea of liberation, it really is a radical act. It really is saying, I am going to go down the road less traveled because we aren't dealt the same deck of cards here. And so it really kind of suggests you have to go beyond the status quo and get creative, because these are the things that our children will see and feel proud of and hopefully be inspired to create more of.
I think about it, I want to build a world, a community, a place that I've never seen that is better than what I think is best for my children.
Double my time, self coast. Not much to boast. Not much of my knowledge. My knowledge to boast. My knowledge to boast. My knowledge to boast. I want the na-na-na. I want the whole shit. I want the most. I want the ocean. I want the boast. Everyone around got close. Try not to choke. I got to focus. I drop a host. Bringing me toast. That I lie to.
After I graduated college, I came back to my community to make a difference, specifically with young people and youth. Growing up without a father, like most of young people here, I know that it's tough for them to get on the right track.
It's just a matter of being presented as much options as possible. Exactly. And then you be able to choose, you know what I'm saying? You can try this, if you don't like that, move on to the next one. That's all I want to do, you know what I'm saying? Provide options for people and share what I know, because this is beyond me or you, you know what I'm saying? This is for us.
And I have a lot of young people that I am mentoring right now so they can continue. And when they get my age, they can mentor and continue that legacy. That's the only way we're going to rise together. So I always tell people, if you make it out, come back. You know, come back in some capacity. I know that's why I'm here as well. That's why you're here. That's why we're talking.
On a human level, I think it's important just to uplift us as a group of people. The Bronx doesn't push nobody away. I think that's the beautiful thing about here. Art was my salvation. I feel like a lot of what I do is derivative of everything I experience here.
Yeah. The Bronx right now is the last borough that to get gentrified, you know. But what I would like to see is for us as a community come together and rebuild the community ourselves, you know. I always say a lot of people rely on our politicians or other people to do the work for us, but we have to do the work ourselves.
Everyone goes there, I was a ghost. Let me see your shit, I got a boat in the sea on it, not like a float, stay down in that float. Since when was the line out of north? Like anywhere I cannot go. The aim was that I had that post. The ending said Kaya they post. And many men died they post. Is it any man I gotta smoke? No.
It's all about love at the end of the day. And really I feel like if we had more love in the world, then it would be a better place. Love, understanding, compassion, live and let live. As long as we have that understanding for one another, like, everything would be so much better.
If we're gonna train and teach people how to be better people, we have to educate them. That has never been done specifically for our people. because we've been gatekept from education, from sustainability, from so many things. How awesome would it be changing somebody's life who has been a survival sex worker and giving them the opportunity to get an education and a job to match?
I think that's like the ultimate level of love, like to help someone in every aspect of their life.
What we have put as a foundation, a solid rock for our community, is unchangeable and definitely unstoppable. We are able to jump hurdles that have never been jumped before. And that's how you teach a child what their legacy is as a Black trans woman, as a queer man, being under this umbrella, that there's always a chance in your dream to build a legacy for yourself.
South Coast, not much to boast, not much of my knowledge, my not supposed, my not supposed, my not supposed. I want the na-na-na, I want the whole shit, I want the most, I want the ocean, I want the boast.
Staten Island Arts is an arts services nonprofit, so we help make sure that artists understand how important they are. Art is everywhere to me. I mean, from the building we're standing in to the clothes that we're wearing to the equipment that we're doing this on. I mean, like all of it to me is connected to art. Cities are built upon it, and it's something that not only changes minds, but can like change people and change situations and change structures and like all those things. I think it's not given enough credit, but just giving space for folks to be creative in any capacity, whether that's incarcerated folks, that could be folks that have mental illness, that could be folks that are disabled, you know what I mean? Like, there are so many ways that art just crosses over and undercuts and all these things that, given the opportunity, I think it's beneficial for anyone to participate in some sort of creative act. But due to things like lack of cultural production spaces, it's hard to make work here, especially with new things being built, development and such, you know. We need things that allow us to do the things we want to do and not just serve commerce. So we are currently walking on Front Street, which is in Stapleton. And yeah, there's a lot of development, a lot of building up here, or at least it's on the docket to be built up. Any community that you go into is going to want to feel included into a lot of these conversations as to buildings that are being built or businesses that are opening. So again, I would encourage folks that have the capital to build, please encourage and get your community members at the table with you and go out and speak to people about what they want and what they don't want here.
Town South Coast, not much to boast, not much of my knowledge, my not supposed, my not supposed, my not supposed. I want the na-na-na, I want the whole shit, I want the most, I want the ocean, I want the boast. Town South Coast, not much to boast, not much of my knowledge, my not supposed, my not supposed, my not supposed. I want the na-na-na, I want the whole shit, I want the most, I want the ocean, I want the boast.
Just people seeing greenery in Harlem outside of Central Park, you know what I mean? It's just like, what we see is basketball courts and bodegas and concrete, but this is like green, this is alive, this is thriving, so I just want to commend you, brother.
Dude, man, it is therapeutic, though, man.
Yeah.
This is my happy place, but this is our place, right? It's not about me, it's about we, and that's what I'm most proud of. Any child who plants something in here, or any kid who helped put a screw in one of these beds, they have ownership of this space. Because if the child plants it, they're gonna eat it. If they eat it, they like it. And it becomes normalized. But then we create fair wage jobs for the community. You give someone a fair wage job, give them health care, and give them upward mobility, you'd be shocked at what they could achieve. And that's our biggest crop here. It's not what you see growing here, it's what you see walking around here.
I'm just super touched because I've been in Harlem my whole life. I went to elementary, junior high, high school. Graduated from City College. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm a Harlemite for real, and for something like this to be right in my neighborhood is super powerful.
There's nothing more powerful than growing your own food, dude. How do we intervene? How do you change a child's opinion on health, food, sustainability? How do you own food? How do you own this land? I mean, this is everybody's land, right?
After a certain point, you just can't relate to it. You just can't relate to everything no more. After a certain point, you just can't relate. You can't relate to everything no more. Still, the same bullshit. Drinking the same bullshit. Smoking good gas. Still. That was my time, so of course, not much to boast. Not much of my knowledge, my knowledge to boast. My knowledge to boast, my knowledge to boast. I want the na-na-na, I want the whole shit. I want the most, I want the ocean, I want the boast.